My movie recollection with Vincent Cloud,
Matt Hagen.
And John Nemitz.
and we're here to talk about movies randomly and quickly. So let's start off, Matt.
Oh boy, I gotta get my page up here first. So number 1 through 60, 1 through 60.
Um, hmm. All right, let's go. Let's go two.
Yeah, there you go.
24.
224 puts us. Oh, come on. All right. Two-word title starts with an F.
Fight Club.
No.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. What kind of hint can I give?
Wow.
Wow. Owen
What
Wilson is not in it. That's a
what
hint.
year?
1994.
Wow.
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 Oh, wow.
What hint can I give that doesn't give it away?
Fright Night? No.
The soundtrack features multiple Doors songs. Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Forrest
Okay.
Gump.
Yep.
wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So what immediately jumps to mind?
Lieutenant Dan Ice Cream.
Diane, shrimp gumbo, shrimp salad, shrimp. I forget.
I think the greatest joke, even if it wasn't in this movie, is after he graduates, he's got that gown, and the soldier walks up to him, and is like, "Son, have you given any thought to your future and whatever you could do in your lifetime?" And Tom Hanks takes the diploma, looks at his mom, he's like, "Thought."
Yeah, thought.
When I do around the house is every time my wife says something like you don't even know what quinoa or something is. I'm like, I'm not a smart man, but I know what quinoa is.
That's good. That's good.
How do we feel about Jenny?
Jenny. In what
Yeah,
context?
what do you mean?
Well, I
Great
mean,
performance. Robin Wright.
Her as a person? She's a
her as a
terrible person.
person who, yeah, like it always upsets me how she could have just been with him, although whatever, I don't know.
She's like a caricature of how people in countercultures never succeed.
Hmm. Yes, yes, yes.
She did die of fucking AIDS, right?
I
Yeah,
don't think they actually call it AIDS though.
that's
Like,
true.
I
Yeah, they
was,
never get
yeah,
that. Yeah.
I was
but
thinking
yeah,
the
like
same thing. I
I
think it's
remember like
inferred.
I remember the first couple of times I saw it just like being like, oh yeah, that was AIDS, and then like the last time I watched it, I was like, oh, they're not clear about that.
Well, I want it to be AIDS just so Tom Hanks makes sense in Philadelphia. Oh wait, that was the year before. Shit. Fuck. That could have tied in really good. Back to back
Oh
Oscar
boy.
wins.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's talk more about AIDS.
Gary
Uh,
Sinise
Gary
Yeah,
Sinise. Some
nominated.
somehow they pulled off the special effects with taking
Mm.
his legs off. I don't know how they did that in 1994 exactly. Looks good though. Looks good.
yeah. I mean, Zemeckis was like cutting edge for special effects until he got into the mocap hole.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, I
Or
take I take my hat off and pay my respects to that man. Yeah, he
what
really has been stuck. Yeah, go on.
what are you referencing the Christmas movie, the train movie?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Beowulf, I
Yeah, I
thought.
hated that movie.
Polar Express, then
Polar Express.
Beowulf. But no, like the special effects from the time in like Death Becomes Her, um,
I
Forrest
forgot he
Gump,
did that. Yeah.
Roger Rabbit, like
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot he
yeah,
did Roger Rabbit. Yeah.
yeah.
How did they do Roger Rabbit? That must have been a ridiculous process to pull off Roger Rabbit
yeah, back
in
then.
those days.
Um, the soundtrack, is it almost like stereotypical, the songs that they play, or do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy the 60s, I guess, because it's all about the 60s, right? Or that starting with that generation?
Mhm. Well, I see there's a lot of Doors songs, especially in that one sequence. Ping pong sequence? I kind of forget exactly. Hospital ping pong sequence.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of Doors going on. Else do I remember? Painted Black, I think, is in that.
Oh, I like that song.
That is a good song.
But then there's
That
also those cliches of like, there's something happening
something
here.
happened. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of
Yeah,
cliches,
yeah,
but
yeah.
were they actually cliches in 1994? I don't know.
True. That's true.
I don't know. But yeah, that's a really good poll. That's a good one too. I kind of have the feeling that I thought that was a cliche back when I saw it for the first time, playing a song like that. Like that's a Vietnam song, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's what you play. Or Paint It Black or The Doors. Like, yeah, those are Vietnam songs. But yeah, I don't know. It works and it's there for a reason.
Is there a favorite interaction in the history of whatever? I like the Lenin one. Where it's like no religion,
Oh.
no possessions either, or whatever the fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one. And
Uh,
then years later, someone shot that man
Mhm.
for
no
no good.
particular
Yeah.
reason. Um, was it which president said he'd like to see his buttocks?
It's buttocks. Let's
Oh
see.
He said there was a shot in the buttock. Was it Nixon?
I'd like to
I'd
no,
see
like to
that.
see that.
yeah,
Oh,
Was
it
it
wasn't
Reagan?
Nixon.
no.
Oh
I
no, it
don't.
was before.
Was it
One of the
Carter? No.
no, one of the dead presidents from uh Point Break, one of those four.
Oh boy.
I
I think we've
don't
already
even
named them
stop.
all. I don't know.
No, no. Fuck that dude. Yeah, I don't know. Well, clearly he doesn't leave a good impression. Probably in terms of administration as well, I'm sure.
Oh,
So how does
um,
everyone feel about this movie overall? I
I
think
liked
it
it.
I think it gets a lot, well, it gets some hate these days. I think it gets some backlash.
Ooh, that's true.
For maybe for what exactly? For uh glossing
yeah,
over certain things or well,
yeah.
what exactly?
Um, well, it's like yeah, like boomer nostalgia.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Um, hmm.
I I love it. I love it.
And
I've
like
probably seen it like 3 times in my life and I love it. It's got incredible pacing and everybody's great in it. And there's lots of funny stuff. There's some kind of darkly funny stuff. And it just works. It works overall. Love it.
Moving on, John.
all right, we need number 1 through 12.
You go
Matt.
first, Matt.
Well, for Vince's sake, I'll do like an 8.
All right, and then
I don't need your 8. Give me a 2.
well, we can do that next time. But then 1 through 72, Vince.
Ooh, okay. 28 days later in honor of that movie.
All
Sandra
right.
Bullock.
Oh, funny. Um, 2 words, starts with an S.
Simple Plan. Wait, that's
Nope.
a Simple Plan. Never mind.
Ah,
Um, in some ways, thematically similar to one of the Zemeckis movies we mentioned, or not thematically, but like the way it was filmed,
uh,
um, being live action and animation.
Space Jam.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, Bill Murray has one of the greatest jokes of all time where they're like something about like how Bill Murray can't play basketball or something like that. And Bill Murray or he's like to Michael Jordan, he's like, it's because I'm white, isn't it? He's like, no, Larry Bird, over there, Larry's white. Like, Larry's not white, Larry's clear. Amazing shit. But I love Bugs Bunny. Goddamn, like that's awesome. I wasn't into basketball. I know Michael Jordan's good or whatever, but to see my boy up on the screen, it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely a big fan of it when it was new. Loved all the Looney Tunes. Don't remember the aliens much. Honestly, I just remember like all I can think about looking back is like the episode of Futurama where like the aliens had to play basketball against the Harlem Globetrotters, and that's replaced all my memories of Space Jam.
The Monstars and the leader of the planet that the Monstars came from was voiced by Danny DeVito.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And they stole, let's see if I can get the basketball players they stole from. Muggsy Bogues. Sean Bradley was the big, tall, white dude. Charles Barkley. Patrick Ewing. There's got to be a fifth one. I'm drawing a blank. Larry Johnson. They got too many big guys. I don't know why they didn't get more perimeter skill players in there. A Reggie Miller or something.
That's the biggest fault of the movie.
That is my biggest gripe. Too many power forwards. Larry Johnson and Barkley. Come on, they couldn't exist together. That was their fault. That's why they were taken down by what is the name of the team? The Toon Squad, or what do they call themselves?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. But what about what's Rodman? Is he one of the guys they could have used?
He is not. He's a power forward though too. That wouldn't work. Work. You need some outside shooting. Reggie Miller would be prime for that.
But just consider the outrageous Monstar that would have made. Very controversial. Blurred out sometimes.
I like this movie. I have seen it within the past year or two because my kids saw it. I think it holds up fine, but Michael Jordan is not a good actor. I think is what stands out. So
what about when he goes in the Toon World and he gets blown up like a balloon?
I don't remember that specifically, but
isn't that a thing that happened?
Oh, that happened to Newman. You're thinking Wayne Knight.
Oh,
Wayne Knight's in that too. Forgot.
Yeah.
Forgot. But people were comparing, because the new Space Jam came out within the last year or two. And I'll say LeBron James is a better actor than Michael Jordan. Not a better basketball player. I'm not going to go there.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right.
But, believe it or not, that cut the deepest.
Although LeBron isn't great either, but better than Jordan. I don't know. There's just some awkward things with Jordan. I kind of wonder what the budget was, or they didn't get enough takes or whatever. Maybe a few more takes and Jordan would have nailed a few of those scenes better. But I still like this movie. It's a nostalgia trip, but I think it holds up all right. And Bill Murray, yes, you're absolutely right. Just a couple of scenes thrown in there. I don't know how they got Bill Murray or why they got him or whatever.
He explains. He's like, well, the producer's a friend of mine. And
oh, okay.
Daffy Duck asks him straight out.
I kind of forget that too. I've seen it in the past year or two, and I forget this stuff.
Amazing soundtrack. I like that soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I listen to that a lot. And none of the artists ever became problematic.
R. Kelly, was it? Or
yeah.
Oh no.
I was trying to pinpoint that one. R. Kelly, yes. Oh boy.
I thought you were going to say Steve Miller.
What is on that soundtrack besides Fly Like an Eagle and
the actual Space Jam song? I never
Welcome to the Space Jam. Yeah. Okay.
Very few opening credits will actually make me like, I kind of want to do this dancing thing? Father, teach me
Whoa.
how to dance. You know, like I almost kind of feel like expressing myself when I hear that. Yeah,
Through
I thought that
movement.
was a great, yeah. So I took a shit instead of like, I don't get it. Favorite? Oh, favorite tune. Yeah, mine's Bugs, of course, and that means you guys have to pick something else.
I always liked Marvin the Martian. Was he like a referee in that?
Oh
Because
yeah,
he's like it's both Toon and Alien.
that's right. Oh my gosh.
I never made that connection before. Thank you for pointing that out.
Sir Altitude.
Marvin the Martian. That was good.
Man,
Lola Bunny.
Oh,
you sick
her.
fuck.
Oh, I always had a thing for Taz, of course,
Yeah,
an
yeah.
agent of chaos.
He had a pill problem, that Taz. Um, okay, yeah. I think that's about it. Moving
I think
on
that's
to
pretty good for Space Jam.
yeah.
You know,
Letter
I'm pretty
number.
amazed, like the amount of well, quote unquote classics that we've come up with on this show so far. Like Space Jam is like a quote unquote Forrest Gump. Just we haven't gotten really obscure yet. I'm
Oh,
pretty
you forgot
amazed.
about M.
Okay, yeah.
Eight and a half. All
I
right,
did watch
letter.
8.5 since then.
That's right.
And I also watched Dazed and Confused as I was completely thinking of Fast Times at Ridgemont High the entire time you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, very good soundtrack. All right, letter someone, number someone.
What haven't we done? How about a V? V, Victor.
What do the numbers go up to?
10. 10,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
let me roll my 10-sided die too.
Okay. Oh, all right. Um, 3-word title starts with a V.
V. Hmm.
Um,
Venus and Fur.
Natalie Portman.
I should be able to pull this. Natalie Portman here.
Vor, love and okay.
I was thinking Vox Lux. That's a recent movie she was in. That's 2 words.
Hugo Weaving.
V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah.
Yes. What do you guys think? I like this a lot. I guess it was a comic for a long time.
It was a comic, from my understanding. Yes.
Did
I
the
Go ahead.
did the Wachowskis produce that or
I thought
something?
they directed it.
I don't think they directed
Yeah, I'm
it.
pretty sure
Oh,
they didn't
really?
direct it. It was like a
What?
Wachowskis present V for Vendetta type of thing.
I totally thought they did. Wow. Okay. All right.
Mind if I look it up? Is that against the rules? Because I want to
It
see who
is.
directed it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, you might as well just blow up Parliament if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Remember
The
the 5th of November.
Yes. And then a weird image of eggs on toast. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
do I want to eat that? I usually just eat scrambled eggs, but it's looking pretty good
Embrace
there.
the fried eggs.
Yeah?
I forget if they were sunny side up. I don't remember.
Oh, I don't even know that. I don't even
Well,
get
sunny
that
side up
term.
is you just don't flip it.
Oh. So
And then if you flip it, you leave it on there for a little bit of time, over easy, over medium, over hard.
what is it when
Educate me
you
to
poke the
things.
yolk and it spills out? What is that?
What is that?
a food crime.
You'll leave it there. I don't know.
Natalie Portman did a great job. So did Hugo Weaving, despite just having a mask the whole time. In fact, didn't he just do the voice? Like someone else did the physical performance. Did you hear anything about that?
Just
I
like
don't
Darth
know.
Vader.
Yeah, just like Darth Vader. He's
No, I
someone's
didn't hear
father.
about that.
Oh, yeah,
That mask though is still to this day used by the hacking group Anonymous.
Yes.
really?
Hmm.
Yes. It's going to live on.
It's
I've
a
only
cool
seen this
mask.
movie once, and I saw it in theaters.
Guy Fawkes mask.
I was in Utah, and I saw this in theaters and loved it. I've still only seen it once. I still love it. It's one of my classics that I've only seen once. There are not many in my list of classics I've seen once. But Hugo Weaving, I think, is a deceptively older man, even whenever this was made, early 2000s. I feel like he was maybe 50-ish at that point. Maybe I'm wrong. So maybe
Really?
he didn't do
Wow.
some of the action or a lot of the action. I don't know.
Because this, well, he made Lord of the Rings around this. He made everything around that same area of 2000s. Yeah. So, you might be right. Um,
Yeah, because
but
Matrix
he's,
was 99, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
But the whole thing is that they're trying to take down the government. What's his name is on a big screen, like barking orders the whole time, saying like, "Don't think for yourself" or something like that. Uh,
Mhm.
Hurt, William Hurt, or no, one of the Hurts,
John
John Hurt, yeah,
John Hurt.
the Elephant Man himself. Never saw it.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall some of the plot. Yeah, I mean it's kind of an alternate real. I think it's like a present day, but it's like an alternate England, more of an authoritarian England and 1984 vibes. Yeah, it's all about overthrowing the government, and early 2000s me was all about overthrowing the government too. So this was right up my alley. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Nowadays, I'll have to watch it again. Yeah.
For just to be clear, I am still all about overthrowing the government. I just don't have any energy to do it.
you you lack the ambition. Is that what you would say?
To make change.
I feel like there's so many more things to say about V for
Yeah.
Vendetta, but I
Well,
don't.
no, that's
No,
fine.
I don't really have specifics. I do want to see it again. I
I
should see
saw
it
it. I
again
saw it in
soon.
theaters as well, though. John, did you?
No, I did not. I saw it at home later.
Comfy, not having to deal with bullshit munching behind your ears.
Exactly.
Well, how about
Yeah.
Natalie Portman in that schoolgirl outfit? Well, no, wait. It wasn't even. It wasn't even a schoolgirl outfit. It was like a. It was like what do you call it? Like a tutu. She had kind of like a fluffy skirt on
Oh wow.
and such.
How is
Because
this
yeah,
not?
she was trying to
You're
entice.
describing closer.
She's trying to entice somebody that V was going to kill. Yeah, there's a lot of assassinations in that movie.
Hmm. uh, Vendetta is like one of my favorite words. It just looks cool.
Why would you? It sounds cool and it looks cool.
Yeah, ever since I was a kid, I used to doodle and I made a naughty character. He was basically a ripoff of Dennis the Menace and Cartman, but he was called Vendetta because I just love that fucking word.
Oh wow.
So
Oh
there you go.
wow.
Wow.
Vendetta is a cool word. Now that you mention it,
And it's a cool practice.
try it out, kids at home. All right,
Oh,
give me some numbers.
All right.
go ahead, John. You go first.
All right. 42.
86.
Oh, not so fast. Wait, that's too many.
That's
Give
too
me a
high
different
then.
number. 1 through 60.
Well, what the hell, man?
Give me a 1 through 60. Just it's
I really wanted to. Okay, fine. Um, a one.
one. Oh, why are we hitting so many quote unquote classics? Okay, that's your first hint.
Oh, why?
It's 3-word title. First word is the. Second word starts with a K.
The King Kong.
It is from the 80s. Quote unquote classic.
Oh, the Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid.
Oh man,
Wow.
never seen it.
Wow.
Never seen The Karate Kid.
No.
Just
I
all the
suppose you've,
sequels and
yeah, I was gonna
TV
say,
show.
no, suppose you've seen all the sequels though.
The show, yeah.
Okay, well,
So,
describe it.
yeah, give us a plot.
So this kid shows up at this dojo, doesn't know anything. Mr. Miyagi makes him do all kinds of chores, but really those chores are teaching him karate skills that he doesn't learn until it's too late and he's already been educated in martial arts.
See, you know all these references. The Miyagi, the wax on, wax off. You know all
Yeah,
this stuff, but you just never seen the movie.
yeah, didn't have to.
It's funny how that stuff works.
Um, I
Ralph
liked it.
Macchio is a name I hear associated with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Looking back, I mean, I enjoyed it when I was growing up because hey, it's a kid. I'm a kid. Karate, whatever. He's trying to get a girl. He's got like bullies who like wear skeleton costumes and shit. And then the teacher's awesome. But now as I'm older, is it a ripoff of Rocky? I mean, it kind of what do you think, Matt?
Maybe, maybe so. Although
Even
I
the
feel,
attitude, like, didn't he have that sort of Philly like attitude? Like, hey, yo, hey, karate, hey.
Mm, I
No,
don't think so. Not necessarily.
damn
Oh, give me a
Yeah,
glass of
he's
water.
Oh,
yeah, I think there's some truth to that. Although he goes on his high school kid journey, whereas Rocky goes on his hey yo Adrian journey.
well, I
So
know that the
the
age is
journeys are
different.
different.
Give me a
I,
cheesesteak.
I
the
think I
the
think I'm
the
onto something
central the
now.
central plot I think is very similar. I think
Okay,
that's
okay.
that's what I'm getting at. They just go on different journeys to get there. Yeah. Yeah,
Instead of
but
Mickey saying you're a bum, yeah, the other guy's just like wax on, wax off. He does get drunk, and he's like, "I failed as a soldier" or something like
oh
that,
yeah, Mr.
right?
Miyagi gets drunk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just say I really don't like this movie that much. It's okay, and I've seen it more than once. I didn't see it till later in life for the first time, so I'm sure that has plenty to do with it. But I saw it the first time. Maybe I was in high school, maybe I was in college. I forget. But I have seen it again within the past few years. I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember it being way too long for what it is. It's a long movie, and it just kind of keeps going and going. Like it feels like there's a really tiny first act and then a really tiny third act, and then the second act just keeps going and going and going. So it's problematic from a pacing perspective. I think a lot of the jokes felt pretty flat. Mr. Miyagi's cool. Um, so so I think when I saw it the first time, or actually when I saw it the second time, if this was the second time I saw it, I didn't remember the kid that Ralph Macchio defeats at the end. Like that kid was actually rebelling against his coach. The coach is the real bad guy. I forget
Oh,
the
right.
coach's name or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the kid actually defies the coach at the end, and then Ralph Macchio wins. And I think I remember like even the kid Ralph Macchio defeats like embracing him at the end, like I have newfound respect for you or whatever like that. So I I didn't recall any of that seeing it the first time. So that was kind of refreshing. I seem to remember that. But there is a new like Cobra Kai series that's kind of continuing the Karate Kid journey on Netflix. I have not seen any of it, but I've heard it's good because I really don't have much interest in exploring that whole world and all the Karate Kid sequels. I've never seen any of the sequels.
Um, I have seen the sequel for sure, but John, you know about the ending as well, the crane stance, right?
Um, I mean, I couldn't act it out for you if that's what you're asking. I'm sure I've seen references to it though.
Okay, well, it's been brought to my attention like via the internet where they're like, yeah, if you're into karate, a head kick is illegal. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, he should have not have got to win that, and he should have been penalized. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I haven't seen it forever, so I'm sure the pacing's off and stuff. I believe you. It's been for a long
Yeah,
time.
there's a pretty thick layer of 80s cheese as well. Although I've seen worse, but yeah, the 80s cheese does not help. It doesn't hold up great.
Moving on.
Would I recommend
Uh,
it? Actually, I don't think I would even recommend it. I think
wow.
a kid coming into it these days, I think would be kind of bored with it. I would imagine there's much better kids movies being made these days than Karate Kid. Sorry, Karate Kid truthers. Now we can move
Uh,
on.
All right, moving
well,
on. Vince, you already chose a two. Matt, do you want to choose the
all
one for
right.
72?
Give me five. Give me five.
All right.
Virtual five.
I guess this is one word, but it looks like two words. It starts with D.
Is it a hyphen?
No, but it,
Demolition Man.
it's a um superhero movie, but I think not
Deadpool.
technically. Yes.
Oh,
Have you
all
seen
right.
Deadpool, Vince?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just
You
say
did it.
this. I'll just say this. Uh, he's basically Bugs Bunny. He's breaking the fourth wall. He's cracking jokes. He's getting away with things, and so
He's
yeah,
a little stinker.
yeah. So I liked it a lot. I was laughing my ass off, but I've heard that they're like it's just references and stuff like that. I'm like, I guess, but made me laugh.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I like Ryan Reynolds and a lot of stuff, and also that. Um, yeah, it's a fun
It's
time. I don't
one
know.
I want to revisit. It was good, but I feel like I've said this to some people. Like if I would have seen it, if it would have came out when I was in high school, like it's kind of got that kind of humor it's got an adolescent humor to it about it. Sort of I feel like I would have appreciated it more if I was in high school and saw it for the first time or something along those lines. But it was good, and I do want to see it again because I do want to see the sequel because I feel like there was good stuff in there that I really didn't appreciate the first time. I don't know what it was, just something about it that I makes me want to see it again. And I feel like I would appreciate it even more the second time. But this is one of those, it's a sneaky Marvel movie. Of course, all the Marvel nerds will know this is a Marvel franchise or a Marvel property. So this is one of those sneaky Marvel movies that I've seen and it's good and I will recommend it. Uh yeah, there's I seem to remember there's some it goes to some real dark places and there's some real dark comedy going on in there too. I mean, it's not just there's slapstick and there's dark and it kind of hits all spectrums. So it's good. I recommend it. I want to see it again and I want to see the sequel. Has anybody else seen the sequel?
I have.
I don't know.
It's you know what I would say skip the sequel. I think the first one is written uniquely. It's very much because he's telling it so he could control the structure or whatever, right? But that's all gone in the sequel. It's just
Mm.
so traditional and it's also very disappointing. Like it would have to go into spoilers, but yeah, it's just very you're just very let down. Like there's a madcap sensibility in that first one because it's his character and stuff like that. And that's again, it's like when Bugs Bunny takes the pencil and he's doing his own thing, he's controlling everything. And it's just not the case in that second one. It's very bizarre.
And there is a third one, I think, in pre-production or whatever. So I think they're going to continue on with it. It's disappointing that you say that about the sequel because yes, that's what makes the first one great. Is it's meta. I mean, you got the whole third act where they ran out of budget in the production and they don't have any guns or whatever it was. I kind of forget exactly. But yeah, that's what made the first one unique compared to all the other Marvel stuff out there.
I forget who plays the romantic lead in that.
No,
I
I
don't
don't know
know
her
that
name.
she's a
Oh,
widely
okay.
known actress. I don't think.
That's maybe why I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Violent, very violent.
Very violent, shockingly violent at times. Just because you don't expect it, because it handles the tone really, really well. Like it gets kind of slapsticky and it feels like a traditional Marvel movie at times, but then the violence slaps you in the face occasionally. It's like, whoa, I did
Well,
not see
yeah,
that
like
coming.
at the time, wasn't it like the only R-rated Marvel movie or something like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So whatever they did to balance things out, it's not like it's overly gory if you watch slasher movies and stuff like that. It's just the way things are balanced and the way it's handled is shocking.
Oh yeah, the way that they clown on the X-Men type house is kind of funny. Like the I don't know well, I don't remember what they were called, but like basically like the X-Men stand-ins with their less than great powers.
Ah, yes, I seem to remember some of that.
Yeah, they open the mansion and he's like, huh, I
Yeah.
can't really see anyone in there. Yeah, very awesome. Yeah,
Well,
well,
good.
was that, did we do 5?
We did.
Is that our usual standard? All right.
We're at our usual time anyway.
Yeah. Well, in that case, like, subscribe, comment. This was my movie recollection with Vincent Cloud.
Hat Megan.
John Nemitz.
Self.
So